Hey, my name is Laura. I grew up in Africa where my parents worked as missionaries. They were faithful to explain to me from the time I was like 3 years old the way of salvation so that I understood Hi, my name is Laura. I grew up in Africa where my parents worked as missionaries. They were faithful to explain to me the way of salvation so that truly from the time I was 3 years old, I understood that to accept God's gift of eternal life means choosing to obey Him completely as the rightful Lord, Master, and Judge of my life. But I didn't want that. Even at 3 years old, I decided I preferred to live in my own mess, on my own terms, rather than trust God and obey Him on His terms. So for years, I turned God down and lived for myself. But then, when I was 8 years old, my family was reading through the Bible a little bit every night at bedtime, and we came to the Psalms and Proverbs. These books have lots to say about the wicked. Things like, the Lord preserves all who love Him, but all the wicked He will destroy. And the eyes of the Lord are toward the righteous, and His ears attentive to their cry. But the face of the Lord is against those who do evil, to cut off the memory of them from the earth. In the midst of all of this talk of the wicked, my conscience, which I had cut off for so long, was awakened, and it became clear to me that all people fall in one of two categories: the righteous, who love God and obey Him with all their heart, and the wicked, who serve themselves and are miserable. Well, I was confronted with the wrong and rebellion in my heart, and I was miserable. And I knew I couldn't get out of it. And so, one afternoon, under the blazing African sun, I told God, okay, I give in. Living for myself is death. You're rightfully the master of my life, and I choose to obey you completely. By the power of God that was now living in me, the same power that raised Jesus from the dead, I was able to quit the wrong and destructive things that I'd been enslaved to. And I found real love for others growing in my heart, so that I honestly wanted to obey my parents and serve God. It's ironic that in choosing to trust God and obey Him completely, I've actually found true freedom. Secure in His eternal love, I don't have to protect myself from other people or try to gain anything for myself from others. In fact, living for Him, His way, is awesome. I can tell you that from personal experience. Thanks for listening to my story. If anything that I've shared has sparked your interest or you'd like to know more about this eternal life that I'm talking about, my email's at the end of this video and I'd love for you to get in touch. Thanks. Done.
Is it good?
Yeah, I had a couple false starts.
Okay.